capitaine Traoré Ibrahim est nommé président du MPSR pour compter de...
The vision of one man has awakened a slumbering African giant. Changing the once gloomy and sullen country of Burkina Faso to a home of innovations. From the health revolution that caters to the poor to the transformation of gold mining, Ibrahim Traoré has launched 10 mega projects shocking the West and touching every part of the country. Join us as we reveal the birth of a new nation.
I believe that Africa has a lot of catching up to do. It's not impossible. It is very much possible.
Be a president like Ibrahim Traoré.
Number 10. Ouagadougou Donsine International Airport. In a world where broken promises have become the rhythm of politics, one African leader quietly rewrote the script, not with speeches, but with steel, strategy, and skybound ambition. The newly launched Ouagadougou Donsine International Airport isn't just concrete and control towers. It's the living proof of Ibrahim Traoré's bold promise to lift Burkina Faso from isolation and plug it into the global grid. Back in 2013, the nation's leaders acknowledged what everyone already knew. The aging Thomas Sankara International Airport was bursting at the seams. But for years, the plans gathered dust until Ibrahim stepped in. Under his leadership, the dormant dream was revived in 2021 with fresh energy and funding ingenuity, a blend of public investment, private partnerships, and technical guidance from Aéroports de Paris management. Construction finally took flight. The plans were bold. A runway stretching 11,000 feet, ready for wide-body aircraft. A 25,000 square meter terminal, alive with duty-free shops, Burkina restaurants, and sleek business lounges for corporate travelers. But the airport isn't just about passengers. The 15,000 square meter cargo terminal signals something far more strategic. A vision of Burkina Faso as a central logistics hub for landlocked West African neighbors, reversing centuries of dependence on coastal gateways. But beyond the terminals and tarmac lies a deeper transformation. This isn't just an airport, it's a pivot. From transit stop to destination, Burkina Faso is now poised to host global conferences, welcome curious tourists, and attract regional HQs of multinationals. Most importantly, it's a win for the people. Over 5,000 new jobs, both direct and indirect, are being created. From controllers to customs agents, chefs, handlers, hotel staff. Set for completion in 2025, the airport is more than overdue infrastructure. It's the flesh and blood realization of Ibrahim's vision, a sovereign Burkina Faso, connected, competitive, and calling its own shots. In a landlocked nation long dependent on others for access to the world, this airport is more than a gateway. It's freedom with a flight number.
Local tomato processing is now a reality thanks to contributions from the local population.
Number 9. The leap from soil to shelf. When President Ibrahim cut the ribbon on Burkina Faso's first-ever tomato processing plant, it wasn't just a ceremony, it was a quiet revolt, not against a nation, but against a system. A century-old pattern where Africa grew the goods and Europe banked the gains. That day in the sun-baked northern town of Yako, he wasn't opening a factory.
Were growing lots of tomatoes, but many were going to waste because they couldn't be used in time.
He was opening a new chapter. This $8.9 million investment represents a compass shift, tilting Burkina Faso toward a future where manufacturing rewrites its economic destiny. And the ambition? It lives in the specs. On just 1 hectare of land near the Yako Dam, chosen for its reliable water, stands a facility that can process 100 tons of fresh tomatoes a day, or 5 tons an hour at full swing. The location wasn't random, it was strategic, part of Ibrahim's broader play to align agriculture and industry, field and factory, seed and scale. But what the world doesn't often see is this. Behind the shine of stainless steel machines hums a far deeper strategy. In its very first year, the plant is projected to turn over $11.2 million.
And what's the quality of the production like?
It's very good. We have a very good product. And also we use a very good tomato paste.
Proof that value addition is no dream. For years, local farmers had watched helplessly as their surplus tomatoes shriveled in the heat, wasted, forgotten. Now those same tomatoes are reborn as paste, concentrate, and preserved goods. And for once, the profits stay home. Here's what's even more radical: the ownership model. This isn't just state-run or foreign-financed, it's a cooperative. Local farmers hold equity. The same hands that till the soil now hold a stake in what happens next. A loop where rural communities aren't just suppliers, but shareholders. Development, finally, with dividends. And the impact? It goes beyond production numbers. For years, Burkina Faso spent precious foreign currency importing tomato paste, while local harvests rotted. Now, one smart plant tackles two long-standing problems: import dependence and market access. With one slice of infrastructure, food security meets economic sovereignty, and a nation begins to reshape its place in the global value chain. Number 8, a gold empire like no other.
The Burkina Faso government has granted mining license to a Russian company called Nordgold for a gold project.
For decades after independence, Burkina Faso shipped out raw gold while its people stayed trapped in poverty. But in just 18 months, the tide turned. In November 2023, under the unforgiving sun of the nation's goldfields, President Ibrahim Traoré laid the foundation stone for something unprecedented: Burkina Faso's first gold refinery.
Burkina Faso's Bongo and Wagnin gold mines now belong to the government.
More than steel and stone, this structure represents a shining declaration of resource sovereignty, a defiant break from a legacy where the raw wealth left and the real profits never came back. With a planned capacity of 150 tons of refined gold per year, the facility is a symbol of ambition, backed by state-of-the-art smelting and purification technology. It can handle ore from both artisanal miners and large-scale operators, refining it to the global standard of 99.9% purity. The facility is more than just machines. It houses assaying labs, secure vaults, and administrative hubs equipped to manage the sensitive logistics of gold processing. And where others often overlook the environment, this refinery doesn't. It leads with advanced filtration and waste systems that not only meet but exceed international benchmarks. Yet the real story lies in the economic transformation this refinery enables. For years, Burkinabe miners, from lone streambed panners to mechanized teams, had to sell raw gold to foreign buyers at bargain prices. Now, with domestic refining, they can sell directly into global markets, earning premiums that raw ore never could. Estimates suggest that value capture could rise by 40 to 60%, unlocking hundreds of millions of dollars in national income. A seismic shift not just for Burkina Faso, but for the continent. And then comes the deeper play: monetary sovereignty. With local refining, Burkina Faso no longer leans on foreign currency to trade. Instead, it builds its own gold reserves, supporting currency stability and opening new avenues for borrowing on international terms. No longer just a supplier of raw material, the country positions itself as a full participant in global precious metals markets. The impact isn't limited to the facility's walls. It ripples out, creating demand for skilled metallurgists, chemical engineers, and security experts. Careers that keep young Burkinabés at home instead of chasing futures abroad. Transportation firms, maintenance crews, and local service providers all find new opportunity as the refinery drives industrial momentum across gold-rich regions. With its launch, the story changes. No longer will Burkina Faso's gold vanish across borders as unrefined ore, its value siphoned off by distant refineries. Instead, a new chapter begins, one where the nation's gold is purified, priced, and profited from on Burkinabe soil, in Burkinabe hands, and for Burkinabe futures.
We can connect as many provincial capitals as possible, allow our goods to flow, and let people travel smoothly.
Number 7. infrastructural roads to progress. Across the sprawling landscapes of Burkina Faso, from the cotton fields of the southwest to the dry livestock corridors of the north, a quiet transformation is carving its way through the terrain. Under Ibrahim's watch, infrastructure is no longer about mere asphalt and concrete, but the fundamental arteries of economic development that connect rural producers to urban markets, students to schools, and patients to healthcare facilities. And at the heart of it lies a sweeping road program that may be the most visible signal yet of Ibrahim's transformation agenda.
We have a process to concentrate the city through high-rise constructions to be able to go from one neighborhood to other neighborhoods.
Primary highways are being reimagined to link Burkina Faso with its coastal neighbors, slashing transport costs and shrinking travel times for both trade and people. These aren't your typical dusty tracks. They're being built to international standards, with drainage, signage, and safety measures that reflect a new level of national ambition. Meanwhile, secondary roads dig even deeper into the country's rural veins, converting once impassable trails into all-season access routes. For agricultural communities, these roads are lifelines. In the past, a good harvest often spoiled in the fields during rainy seasons, with no reliable way to reach the market. Now, the roads bring movement, and with movement, possibility. But here's what the headlines miss. This isn't just about smoother travel, it's about economic ignition. Roadworks themselves